Greetings. I'm Michael Quinn Patton, reflecting on the factors that make a difference in success. The Olympics going on in Beijing have given rise to thinking about what it takes to get a gold medal. And it took me back to an experience in high school. When I was a senior in high school in 1963 in Dayton, Ohio, they brought together all of the seniors from Dayton, 8 high schools, several hundred students to a downtown major sports arena to hear Olympian Bob Richards, 2-time pole vault champion, gold medalist, 1952 and 1956, a decathlete in 1956. And Bob Richards, a very inspirational speaker, I remember being riveted by his presentation, emphasized that to be really good at something, to achieve mastery, it took 10,000 hours. And it stayed with me. There was something about that number that it was a number. Although it's a symbolic number, it's not a real number, it's not an actual amount of time it takes to achieve mastery, but it somehow made it concrete, made it feel attainable, that there was some rubric, some parameter around what it takes to be great. It was a very inspirational talk. Malcolm Gladwell, the distinguished best-selling author of Tipping Point and other books, in his book Outliers, also brought forward this notion of 10,000 hours as a kind of general target for mastery. And now it's hit the new generation with Justin Bieber's 2020 American Music Awards song, 10,000 hours. I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. So 10,000 hours is out there. And what it really is a kind of sense of being disciplined, focused, putting in a lot of time. If you devote 3 hours a day, it would take approximately 3,333 days or a little over 9 years to achieve mastery. But what constitutes mastery? Well, it seems to me, based upon our evaluation, knowledge about success, and listening to the stories of the Olympics, interviews with the winners and the losers, that the notion of mastery is a bit elusive. So I'm pulling together 10 elements that it seems to me constitute some lessons about the nature of mastery. First, it's not an endpoint. It's an ongoing process. You hear the Olympic athletes talk about continuing to work to improve what they're doing, wanting to get better and better, coming back Olympic after Olympic to achieve yet another gold medal. And yet, it's not static. The games change, the conditions change, the events change, the judging changes, the criteria for excellence change. So it's not fixed. It's evolving and emergent. And it's not a destination. It's a journey. These Olympians have devoted their lives to their sports, to their artistry, and are still working at it. It's not a SMART goal. It's not clear, specific, measurable, attainable, timely. It's a principle to work towards being the best that you can. And it's not a gold medal. It's about giving it all in whatever game you're in. Not everybody will be at the top. But you look at the minute differences that separate gold, silver, bronze, and being off the platform. 1/100th of a second can be the difference. 1/100th of a point can be a difference. It's not guaranteed. Stuff happens. Injuries, changing weather conditions, detection of drugs in the system, politics. It's not agreed on. Who's your greatest of all time? It makes for great debates, but it's not just about being the greatest of all time. It's being your own personal greatest within your time. It's not a matter of genius. It's more a matter of obsession. I did a study of the MacArthur so-called Genius Awards, MacArthur Foundation Fellows, who have been dubbed Genius Award recipients. And in those interviews, they regularly said, well, we don't know about this genius thing, but we are obsessed with what we're looking at, with what we're doing, with what we're trying to learn. We spend all our time thinking about it, working at it. It's an obsession. It's hard work. And it's not universal what mastery means. It's contextual, it's temporal, it's cultural, and it's going to be highly individual. So it takes us to the larger question of what are success factors more generally in life, in work, in career. Gladwell talks about opportunity being important, legacy, family history, culture, and a lot of chance. A lot of randomness. And he makes the case that success results from accumulation of advantages. In a world where we strive for greater equity, making those advantages more widely available is one of the challenges of our time, 10,000 hours. This is Michael Quinn Patton sharing some reflections stimulated by the Beijing Olympics about what it means to achieve well-being, to flourish in work and life, inspired by these 2022 Olympic Games.